Okay, welcome back to my video. I am your host, the J-Man, and we are right where we left off on ComiXology.com, looking at the new releases for tomorrow, which is September 28th, 2011. Okay, so we left off on Image Comics, and this time I'm logged in and ready to add things to my pull list. I'm going to just go back up real quick and see if there's anything for me to add. I'm going to add, well, yeah, I guess I'll just add Ghostbusters. I'll add a variant. I'm not sure which variant I want. Yeah, I'll just add the variant Ghostbusters #1, and that'll be it for this page. I think I'll pass on Godzilla and go to the next page. Bomb Queen, never heard of her. Wonder if she's anything like Tank Girl. Breed 3, never heard of it. Elephant Man. There's a unique character. It's pretty interesting. Hack Slash, never heard of it. Lovestruck. No. Yeah, I'm not too much into Image Comics. I haven't heard of a lot of their titles except for Spawn, of course. There's Spawn Origins, which is a trade paperback. Undying Love. The Walking Dead. I have heard really good things about that. I like zombies in particular, but I'm not going to get that one. So we have, for Marvel, trade paperback there, Alpha Flight. Amazing Spider-Man 670. Spider-Man, is this a, I think this is a bi-monthly, means twice a month for Amazing Spider-Man. This is the issue where J. Jonah Jameson, is becoming he has his spider powers. He's becoming a Spider-Man superhero type of guy. Pretty interesting. And there's a variant released, I think. No variant. But there is a reprint of 668, which is a variant. Okay. I'm not going to get Amazing Spider-Man 670 because I haven't been very impressed with the Spider Island saga. And I usually just, find tons and tons of reviews and scans of the book, so I'm not going to get it. I'm waiting for waiting for Spider Island to finish and seeing what's going to happen next. I think it's going to be the Sinister Six return, but we'll see. It is getting more interesting with Anti-Venom and Venom, but I think I could find out about that in the next issue of Venom, which if it's not this week, I think it's next week. Venom #7. Anyway, we have Annihilators, Astonishing X-Men, Avengers Academy, Black Panther 523.1. So it's a .1, which means it's a jumping on point for new readers. We haven't seen any Black Panther stories since Black Panther basically took over for Daredevil, being the guardian of Hell's Kitchen after the events of Shadowland in 2010. So Black Panther, he was married to Storm, and he decided he needed to go on an adventure and kind of find himself. And so he left for a while, and he took over where Daredevil left off, and Daredevil had to leave. And now this is the first time we're catching up with Black Panther in over a year. And I was just thinking about that yesterday. When are they going to do another Black Panther story? When are they going to follow up? So here we have it. Black Panther, Deadliest Man Alive. Is this a one-shot? I think it might be. No, because it's 523 #1. So there's been 523 issues of Black Panther, at least this volume. I'm going to add that to my pull list because I'm interested to see what's going on with Black Panther, and also I'd never gotten a Black Panther comic book before, so this will be my first. Brilliant #1, written by Brian Michael Bendis, the creator of the Ultimate Universe, and one of my very favorite comic book artists, Mark Bagley. So that's pretty cool. What is it about, though? I have no idea. Could read the summary, but I'm gonna stick to what I know. So I'm not gonna go after that. We have 2 different variants, even though the preview picture of them looks exactly like the normal print, but I'm sure the variants will be different. Captain America and Bucky 622, which I feel like Captain America and Bucky is like a lesser title compared to Captain America, so I might as well get Captain America instead. But, you know. Ooh. Never heard of Castle. Richard Castle, never heard of that. Captain Britain, not a big fan. Deadpool Volume 8 hardcover. Deadpool Max 12/12, so this is the finale to the limited series. I have no idea what's going to happen with Deadpool after this, but this should conclude the story. Pretty big, pretty long story if it's 12 parts. And the Max titles are always very interesting because, you know, they're typically dark stories, very mature, and Deadpool's just a cool character. So you might want to pick that up. I'm gonna skip it because I'd just rather, you know, spend my money on a #1 or one shot or something new, different. Like Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz #1. Now you might say this is kind of childish, but unless you actually look at the artwork and what's being written, and you don't know for sure, Wizard of Oz has a lot of potential. I've always been interested in that. The original books by Frank Baum were a lot darker than, you know, the movies made it out to be. Although Return to Oz, you could argue, was pretty dark. But the Wizard of Oz series is just really cool, classic fantasy, and I'm actually going to look at this book thoroughly in the store and make my decision there, see if I want it or not. But very interesting that the #1 is coming out. This is a limited series of 8 issues, so, you know, if I get #1, I'm probably not going to commit to getting all 8 issues. I'll probably just get #1 and then keep it as a collector's item, as an investment. But there is a variant being printed. I'm extremely interested to see what the artwork is going to be like. That's going to be a major selling point for me. There's 2 variants for that one. Okay. Couple trade paperbacks. Fear Itself #5 of 7. Second printing. Fear Itself, Hulk vs. Dracula, 2 of 3. Now this is a very short, limited series, only 3 parts. And Hulk vs. Dracula, that's a very epic, interesting matchup. I have considered getting this in the past. I might actually pick it up, you know. For only $3, highly considering it. The only thing is that I haven't been impressed with the Fear Itself titles. I've actually been unimpressed with it. I did get Ghost Rider, the .1 and the first issue of the new Ghost Rider, which was a tie-in to Fear Itself, and that was pretty good. But from what I've read and what I've heard from other people who are constantly getting Fear Itself and reading it, it's not very good. It's very scattered. So I'm gonna stay away from this one for now. I might pick it up later though. Feared Self, The Deep, number 4 of 4, which includes Namor, Doctor Strange, She-Hulk, and the Silver Surfer. There you go. Very interesting. Yeah, but I haven't been following Fear Itself, so I'm not going to get that. Future Foundation number 9. There's Doctor Doom. Variants for that one. What is this here? FF 50 Fantastic Years. This is a Fantastic Four. Is it a bunch of reprints or what? I'm not sure what it is. $5 book, so it's got to be pretty thick. Patrick Scherberger did the cover. If you don't know him, he did a lot of work on Marvel Age Spider-Man, which I really enjoy. I really like his work there. I think he's a very talented artist. So this looks like a really cool cover, but I'm not sure what's in it. Yeah, I really have no idea. I'll have to look at it when I get to the store. But I'm guessing it's a bunch of reprints, as it's kind of like a 50th anniversary issue or something. Generation Hope, number 10, second printing, which is basically an X-Men title. It says it ties in with X-Men Schism, which is the ongoing storyline about the separation between Cyclops and Wolverine, and eventually the X-Men teams are going to split up into two groups. One group under Wolverine's leadership and the other group under Cyclops' leadership. And that's going to happen fairly soon, which is going to give you Uncanny X-Men number 1, X-Men number 1, and a bunch of other number 1s like X-Factor and so on and so forth. Herc number 8, which is a tie-in to Spider Island, so I'm not going to get that. Incredible Hulk's poster. Wow, that's a huge poster. 24 by 36, $9. No idea what it looks like. Iron Man 2.0, number 9, which is an ongoing. Iron Man 2.0 is basically a story about War Machine getting an upgrade. And, War Machine is a really awesome character. One of my favorite characters, especially in the Iron Man universe. War Machine is kind of like, dare I say, the Venom of the Iron Man series, except he's more of a good guy on Tony Stark's side, but he's also kind of like the anti-hero. Yeah, so War Machine, one of my favorite characters because he was created by writer David Michelin, I believe, and just a really cool character. It's like Iron Man, but intensified. So Iron Man 2.0, I haven't been following it, but I've been meaning to, and they're already at number 9, so I think I'm going to pass. Maybe pick up a trade paperback starting with number 1. Oh, speak of the devil, here we go. Iron Man 2.0 Volume 1 trade paperback. $16.99. I guess I better add that to my pull list. There we go. So there you go. That's probably going to be, I'm guessing, issues 1 through 5. So 5 issues for $17. Not bad. Iron Man Industrial Revolution trade paperback. Journey into Mystery 628. Don't know it. Don't follow it. Kick-Ass number 2, number 4. And Kick-Ass 2, number 4. Okay. Kick-Ass by Mark Miller. Which, I don't know. The movie was okay. I like the artwork in Kick-Ass, but I'm not a fan of the story. So I'm gonna pass on that. And we have The Mighty Thor number 6. I did pick up number 1, which was cool. I really like that. But I'm not gonna keep going, because I'd rather just if I was going to go and get a bunch of Thor comics, it would be a subscription. Some variants there. Muppets. I didn't know that. Well, Marvel's got the Muppets license, I guess, but Muppets are owned by Disney, and Disney owns Marvel, so that makes sense. But that's a $6 book. You know, it's a kid's book, but they're charging $6? Weird. Okay, Nam, which I've never heard of. Wonder if it has anything to do with Vietnam. Avengers 16.1, so it's a .1, which is a jumping on, and this is the return of Norman Osborn, so this is big time. As you know, if you've been following comics, the Dark Reign storyline heavily featured Norman Osborn as the main villain, and after that came Siege, where he tried to take over Asgard, but he failed miserably and was thrown into jail. Recently, he broke out of jail, and now he's back. So, interesting to see what's going to happen there with Norman Osborn. Because it's a 16.1, I'm actually going to pull it, so I'm going to add that to my pull list. And we're going to stop the video here and say thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.